Okay, let me unmute myself. 1 second, chat. All right, there we go. I think we have everything ready here. How are you guys doing tonight? No audio? Oh, that was early. Okay, so I'm good. I think we're good now. Hi chat, how are you doing? So what we're doing tonight you may have seen me stream, the organism map before, which is like a really long, elaborate map that was just visually like really impressive. This is actually kind of like a sequel to that map called Epilogue, but it's supposed to be like the backstory of organism. And like when you look around the map, in a few places already, if you look behind me, there's there was some Hatman theming in the other map. There's a guy that wears a lot of black with like a black hat. And they sort of hinted at some things in the previous map, so maybe in this map we'll actually kind of like find out what's going on, because I was told this map is a bit more linear, and it has like more of a story to follow instead of just like exploring like wherever like the other map. So we're gonna do that, and I've got a group with me. Let me switch off my camera mode here.
Hi, chat.
See, hold on.
Okay, you should be able to
there we go. So I got a bunch of people here with me tonight, and we're gonna go check out the map. So, is that the Pokemon Ghost Girl? Who?
But are you?
Where at? This one?
No, but
Are you from
you're
Pokemon?
using-
Oh,
if
okay.
you're using
I think
the-
so.
as a PC
No,
VR
no,
headset, you should be
I'm the Raven skin for Reaper from Overwatch.
Oh, okay.
It's only
Okay.
if you're
Interesting.
using the quest like by itself.
Magister, are you alive? Do we got a we got a dead one here? I think.
Right now. I'm not using it just by itself.
Uh-oh.
We barely even started and already we have our first casualty.
Let's see. Hatman is a common sleep paralysis demon, you believe? Oh yeah, didn't know that. Maybe that is a thing,
Let me
huh?
switch
No, that's true.
to another one and then back to this.
I mean,
Does
when I was
anyone
a
want to
kid,
ping
I
Madge?
had the hat, man.
I don't know if
this
he's.
one, can you copy this one?
I don't know if maybe he's having a bad connection or just took a break real quick. Yeah.
Alright, I'll go try to get him. Give me a hot minute.
Okay.
Okay. So there,
Because this one
that's how I
and the
point.
PC
Thankfully in this map, you know, if someone gets a little far
They're not
behind, it should
easily-
be easy. Hopefully it'll be easy to actually catch up. Compared to the other one, so.
The one thing I will say for the way it's separated out, it's not like Organism, where you've got sort of the central hub jumping out and then 1, 2, 3, 4, you can jump through the nodes. The central area that we're in right now, like the sort of preview.
Kind of like a
This
lobby
one-
area.
The one that you're using is also PC.
Yeah,
already,
this is semi-lengthy,
so you're not on quest.
but once we're through this, it's going to be basically impossible to get lost.
Okay. That is good to know.
And you can, there's portals in that room over there
Okay.
where you can catch
Oh,
up with
okay.
people, and I have the number to open that door. And
Nice.
There's like 4 different portals inside there.
I noticed there's a chair. There's a tiny chair. I wanted to look at the. Yeah, there's a tiny chair in here.
Yeah, that's the toggle to turn off chairs.
Yeah,
if you are.
I would turn this off if you were in VR, because there's so many like sitting prompts for chairs. It's kind of annoying. Well,
Okay,
guess if
I
you
will.
have- it's really a full body thing versus half body. I think about it.
Oh, true.
It's just, you know, the big
Okay, I don't
square
have
where
full
you're
body,
constantly
so
sitting.
what
and
should I
stuff.
do?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I
Just
might.
leave it. It's
I might
just
keep
full
it on,
body,
yeah.
Really, it would matter.
I don't have FPT on, so I'll
Yeah,
probably
I
just
checked
keep it on.
Thank you for letting me know about that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll just leave it alone. I think I should be okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll be fine. I wish they had a chair
I don't think it has anything to do, but sure, let's
fully collidable
friend
chairs all
request.
over that I wouldn't
So I will. While we're waiting on Madge to come back alive, I'm gonna go ahead and start checking out this lobby and seeing what's going on here, because there's already some very interesting things. The thing I like about Organism is it's got the heavy liminal vibe to it, and I heard this one was even better. So, and already, if you look out the window, you have like the. Now here's the thing: are we moving, or are the buildings outside moving?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You stick my head out here. Oh, that is a weird effect. yeah.
I see a lot of them loading.
Mhm.
Loading in.
And this room over here is good, important for the story, quote unquote story.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
I mean, it's a very like abstract story. It's not like, you know, first this happened and this happened.
Yeah.
You just see a lot of repetition and themes that kind of evolves as we go on. Just remember what this says in Russian. Let me look this up real quick.
Oh, that's probably why it's in a different language.
This
It's
is
like, oh,
someone
Igula,
circled around
Raj-
January 9th, which is my
Rajda.
birthday.
Um,
That's my birthday. The
Oh,
fuck?
okay.
Oh,
Hmm.
actually, I think you're the key to all of this.
Oh, we got like a ladder going up to a little chair here.
1401.
Oh, weird. I can see it moving out there too. Building moving.
The secret to this map is...
She is a funnier character than we've ever had.
All right.
Oh, excuse me.
I like the weird
Oh, this is a ladder.
cult shit in here.
Are you okay?
No, I am now in the ground.
Yeah, there's a lot of chairs I noticed in here. Oh, I can't climb up that. A lot of ladders and chairs.
Walk first.
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. I forgot that Madge said he was attending a birthday thing, so we can go on ahead. I completely forgot about that. He said he would have to. Yeah, so if he wants to, I guess on the Discord, I don't know. Maybe he'll figure out how to catch up to us. So we have this here. It looks like a meteor or a shooting star of some kind. That looks like a Reaper sickle, though. So does this have something to do with death, maybe? Or am I just seeing things?
Well, the words up here, it says something about like information on civil defense.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
something here is threatening to us.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And then the calendars also kind of show like a timeline of things going on.
Interesting.
Or rather, she
Yeah, I
doesn't
can
fall
get-
as fast as...
I know
Oh,
it's
God.
pure coincidence, no, but January 9th is my birthday and it's circled.
As,
Uh-oh. That's a bad omen, huh? So we have angels? Oh god, is this some... Angels?
Again, cult shit.
This is some SMT shit.
It is very SMT, actually.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 4.
Schwartzwald's coming.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Whole congregation of people. What? I'm guessing, what, did like a meteor drop and then like they started worshiping a thing and then you have like angels?
Maybe.
Interesting.
I mean,
I
there's
don't
also
trust that.
over
Like, never
there
trust angels.
on the
Don't
wall.
don't trust angels.
No.
That sigil up there.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is they could be aliens too. That's the thing. You know, something could land on the planet, and if they have knowledge of us too and our lore, they could disguise themselves as like something we worshipped in the past in order to manipulate us
True.
and all that fun stuff.
Good point. Yep. We got
An interesting thing about the hat guys, though, have any of you guys watched, I'm sure some of you have, but Dark City? It kind of like, I get vibes of the, I think they're called engineers.
I'm aware of it. It's like a Matrix. It inspired a Matrix. isn't it?
Also,
If you haven't watched that, we're going to have to watch it.
Similarly.
That's a really good movie.
interface
Oh, okay.
with the Hat Man, the
Mhm.
animation.
If
you
I
know the one I'm talking
remember,
about?
it's
Yeah.
one of the inspirations for
Same.
the Matrix. Basically,
Oh, yeah.
A very
With the guy with the
Gnostic
apple in front of his
story.
face.
Oh, okay.
It's coming from the same place, and it's touching on a lot of the same things. It's not the same continuity, but the iconography and the lore, there's a lot of root level similarities there.
Oh, okay.
It's good to know.
Like I can read Cyrillic, but not translate it.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, thank you for the subs, guys. I appreciate it. Did they go underground because of the living-looking meteor? It would be interesting to find out. I like a lot of these old illustrations here.
Mhm.
These are actually really funny.
yeah,
Can you
these are
figure out what
nice.
this
Don't
is?
fly too close to the sun.
There you go.
Have
a flying machine, but
let's
it's
see, world
X'd
volume.
out.
Let's see,
Here.
ice, no flying,
Ice.
World volume. Oh, okay. It's actually BR chat related.
Oh, these are the
I
settings.
just-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Avatar height.
It's like
I just
in-character instructions on like
what not
avatar
to do.
height and don't
Yeah.
use fine avatars and stuff.
Yeah,
This,
that's
like, This is
amazing.
just like, hey, don't do this. Don't do that.
It's a good way. That's an interesting way to illustrate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Oh,
is-
this
that's
feels
good.
familiar.
I'll
bit
be
of world
tall
building.
and I'll fly.
And if you do that, you will miss out
I
on
don't
so
care what that
much.
sign says. I'm gonna
Oh,
do
yeah,
what
but
I
like
want.
snowman
I
here.
recommend putting the world audio up. It's really there's nice ambient sound in this world.
Yeah, it is so good. You can just peg it at 80 and leave it there.
There we go. I have it at 80.
Like had a lot of snow.
Yeah, there was an area right in the beginning too. This little small area with stairs going up to like an apartment complex that kind of looked like this as well.
It felt like it was more so like sand.
Yeah.
Snow.
Just jumping
I
into this
bet
guy's
I had to
world's
try
right off
and
the
go
bat.
back to
It's
organism
going
on
to
my
be
own
like
and
explaining a lot
see
of things. I
it
think
for, like how I'm seeing this right now.
That map's always worth going back to. There's a lot of areas you could just like
really
chill
big
at.
areas.
Constantly when you're in that world by yourself, though.
Yeah, I haven't gone there by myself yet, so.
Honestly, I always found it cozy.
That's true. That's a good point.
I like the areas that have the rain in them, and like the big there's like an area that has like this big cube with wires coming from it, and there's like rain and everything. There's that one spot right at the end of the road where you have railing, and you look down and there's water, and there's a bridge on the side. That's a really nice area there.
The one thing that I don't like is that the last update to Organism, he changed the heartbeat sound in that lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's more mechanical now, and
Isn't it sounding more
fits,
human?
like the appearance of it, but it's. I kind of liked it more when it was just this weird synthy heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. I got Christmas tree in here.
Still pretty though.
A car that's like stuck in the snow.
Merry Christmas.
Mary Chrysler.
Mary Chrysler. God. See, I thought that said beach, but beacha? Becha?
Spring in Russian.
Huh. Beka?
These are ovens
Spring
and
store.
furnaces. These are birdhouses, of course.
I'm not going in that.
Yeah, average apartment, average Eastern European apartment. No, that's not even the decoration. That's where you live.
Indeed. Got some snow shovels in here. This looks like something you'd see in like a zombie game too.
Yeah.
All the post-apocalyptic vibes.
Yeah.
That just makes me sad.
You know Russia.
Metro 2033. Yeah, I still need to play those games.
It's like stop, no outsiders.
All the environments in those games are so amazing though.
That reminds me of the other signs in this map. Can you see the red industrial one to say observe cleanliness or purity? And those are the very specific periods. Yeah.
Foot fetishes, fetishists be damned. Look at this son of a gun. Holy shit. What would even wear this? What would have like a foot long enough?
Oh, Jesus.
A giant witch of some
got it.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna warn you, chat. I know you've already
Evacuation plans.
watched my streams, but just be warned that, there are, it can get pretty unwholesome sometimes. So, I mean, that's how it is in VR chat. It's like 0 to 100.
Fire a small part to get deeper into the canoe shoe.
Might as well, right? I don't think your feet are big enough, but
Yeah, I have since
I
like
think it's supposed to be like a.
is there a
I
collider
think
there?
that's just a general warning that should pop up whenever
For any-
Johnny's in the map with you.
Giant dog lady.
Where is it?
See, Eastern European loves its
getting there.
post-apocalyptic,
There you go.
post-nuclear war fiction. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
And the deed is done.
So what I understand, this incredibly complex word just says like fire department or fire, responsible for fire prevention or something like that. It's like,
Slamming that fetish demon core with full force.
or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, another hat. Yeah. And these famous cone-shaped water buckets. Where there's like all this debate in real life about like why do they shape the buckets like this?
There's a hole in the bottom, so I guess they're like funnels.
So when you read that out loud and said
Looks like this says gas instrument
when
water.
that was read out loud and said Stranye, I thought I heard someone say.
Seems like a
Stranye,
surreal map to roam around alone in. Yeah, even the organism map too. I have yet to explore it alone, but I would like to sometime. I've been through that map probably 2 or 3 times now. It's just always worth going back to.
Why is the eye hole at the bottom? This door is wrong.
Let's see if there's anything else to check out in this middle area before everyone else catches up here. These weird structures. I like how detailed the snow is in this area. How crusty it looks. Looks very crunchy. When did you look at the first map? Oh boy, that was like last year. Jeez, when was that last year? Was it like earlier last year? I actually have the first one, the VOD of the first one on my full stream channel. In fact, like, I'm guessing not a lot of people actually recorded themselves going through the entire map, or most of it. So that video actually got some decent views on it. So I think if you just search Organism VR Chat on YouTube, that one will actually probably come up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, I was looking up videos of Organism, and, like, yeah, your stream is, like, the highest result that I could find on YouTube. Oh, wow.
This looks like something that would show up in Alice in Wonderland. Like, just a weird hybrid of creatures. I mean, if you think about it, though, there's something very, like, Alice in Wonderland about, like, these kind of maps, too. Like, just the bizarre stuff that happens to be in them. I like the drawings of them all.
I think the weirdness in there is feels like kind of a bit of anthropology. Just trying to figure out what else.
Bats.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Bats with, like, many legs.
Funny. The weird symbols.
Funny cave art. Stick figure
It's like
cave art.
Voynich manuscript stuff.
And then this eye here, which I'm not sure what this symbolizes. It reminds me of an Illuminati eye, but maybe it's not that.
Yeah, it's like $1 bill.
No, Sheaf, I think, is death.
Oh god.
Let me see.
Oh, that kind of spooked me a little bit. This is it's a snowman with a hat on it, but if you're kind of glancing on it, it looks like a person in here.
Like black letter Cyrillic. It's hard enough to read like black letter English.
That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very ominous.
Not the first one that we've seen, too.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Check that.
That is, I think that's the second snow effigy with that.
Oh, the music just cuts out, like right when you get in here.
Yeah, but it does it with a
Yeah,
clunk.
probably something
so it
ahead.
doesn't-
Oh yeah, there's
It
something
doesn't feel
ahead.
unintentional.
Okay, we'll wait first because I want to. Oh,
Yep.
yes, I love the buzz of fluorescent lights. That's I fucking love that
so
sound. You know what that reminds me of? There's because there's a bunch of liminal maps in VR Chat, and there's one. I think it's by Fiji Water, and one of the rooms, one of the liminal areas you can go into, it squeezes everyone into like this hallway, and it's nothing but a narrow hallway and then very loud fluorescent light buzzing, and that's it. It's like anxiety inducing. I love stuff like that.
See the secret snowman in the dark.
Yeah,
at the
it
end of the
spooked
hall?
me a little bit
Yeah,
because
you
I
just
kind of
see it.
glanced at it from the side of my eye. I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting here.
This is my favorite room.
This is the beginning proper of the map that I was talking about. So like
This reminds me.
is a fucking trip.
This gives me like fucking Stargate vibes. You know, like ruins, Egypt combined with space. Yeah, this is amazing.
Oh. The hieroglyphs are just random everyday objects. Like, there's a chair, there's a tree.
Yeah, there's a light bulb.
The music in here is nice too.
Well, that's how a lot of written language happens. They draw out images and then put them together and codified them.
You know what? I was watching Johnny. I think it was during one of Johnny's streams when he was doing Persona 5, but he was explaining how Chinese actually started out, like with the sort of the pictures and how they eventually became letters as well, because they
I was
use.
there for that.
Yeah.
A lot of script tends to go in that logic, that direction.
Mm-hmm. We got a TV up here. Let's see, what images? So we have a light bulb, a man, that could be a street of some kind, a tree, a light bulb that looks like it has a brain in it, and then the guy again, tree, let's see, chair, could be sunlight. The arrows remind me of like an elevator, so very nice.
I think more of like an arc light. Like two contacts coming together.
Oh, that's right.
But also, yeah, the Stargate vibe of this room is really intense, so I'm also just thinking pyramids.
Mm-hmm. I would actually, I like there's something relaxing about it too, because I like stuff like this in VR chat anyways.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Organism has definitely has some places I would just go to and completely chill in for a long time, and this would be one of those rooms as well.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Going there solo.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason to do it, and it's mainly just to find a cozy corner that you passed by on your way through with a group and just chill. Just enjoy.
Oh
the
yeah,
scenery.
I'm just checking some of the stuff here. It kind of has that vibe of if you've ever dreamed about being in like an abandoned city by yourself. Hi.
Come see this.
Had Colossi.
There's a door you might want to go through.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Boundary Break, where we basically take the camera anywhere we want.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's stuff popping in and out. Probably don't want to spoil ourselves though. Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Gotcha.
I mean, it is like once you've explored through a map, it is cool to actually shove your face through a wall to see how people situate, even in games too. There might be a few more things here before.
Phoenix
Jackal.
going through, so they will be
Hatman?
joining us soon, I think.
Hatman?
Okay.
Hatman? Hatman without a fucking head.
Oh.
No, some of them have no heads, some of them have heads, but
One of them has no
Yeah,
head.
these on the side have heads. That one, he doesn't have a head there.
Okay, before I go in that door, I just need to look at some things really quick because there's some other stuff here in the corner. So.
This is the train from Organism.
Yeah, I noticed some similar assets from Organism, but they're done. Like this is situated in a completely different way. Oh wow, light bulbs. So there's definitely a theme. There's Hatman, there's light bulbs, there's snow.
Also, televisions everywhere.
Yes, televisions.
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Nice and warm.
Right. get warmed by the fluorescence.
Mmm.
Yeah. It's billboarding. So you always be
Oh
facing
god, what
it.
do we got going on
Yeah.
here?
I don't know where you're looking though, that's the main.
Big egg.
Egg.
An egg? Is the egg made of
that's
snow?
cool.
Because it
Johnny.
kind of looks like snow.
Care for an egg
There's
in these
also
trying
just
times?
tree branch coming
see
through
you need
door.
some.
Hi, tree branch.
I see it as a stone.
Chapter 2.
That's a stone, Luigi.
Closed. Oh, okay. So I guess.
You did make it.
You know what's weird? When I came in here and I saw the lighting, I didn't directly see these as light bulbs, and they kind of reminded me of how someone has like an altar, like if someone's in like a cult or has a religious practice, how they would probably have candles, but these are light bulbs instead. Interesting.
Root.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Hat guy.
All right, so I should also mention on that, along the lines of that, some religious areas, for example, like a regular Christian church or like a Buddhist temple or whatever, some of them choose to be safer or modernize their setups. So places that used to have real candles with wax that you would light up have instead been replaced with electronic candles. You know, shaped that way.
Huh.
They have
Yeah.
I guess
flame-shaped
for
bulbs.
safety purposes too, yeah.
I mean,
But-
you can get packs of the LED
True.
candles at Walmart. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I still like, I'm
But
an
yeah,
old-fashioned
they use them
candle
almost
person.
exclusively in some areas.
So I got, you know,
Same.
I have tons
There's
of
something to be said
candles.
for
Me
having
too.
weird piles of wax everywhere.
I love the
You
smell
don't
candles
want
though.
shorts.
Yeah.
We gotta put that wax somewhere though. Oh, and it also reminds me of like those candles that recycle their own wax. Have you guys seen that one?
I have, yes.
That's pretty much all candles, though. I mean, to some extent.
Yeah,
Is
you
there
can
something
actually.
that's like specifically designed to sort of
Yeah, the tube.
capture and.
It goes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, capillary action. Yeah, fuck, because it's gonna be liquid. That's
and
really
I
neat.
also there's something about this Russian here that I have to say. It's probably some sort of. If everyone remembers the plot of the previous map, Organism,
Mm-hmm.
which is like a journey into someone's mind, this says Galava, which would mean the chapter, you know, literally chapter, or the head of something, the beginning of something. So Galava could either mean chapter or head. We're literally entering someone's head, someone's mind.
Huh. Well, I guess that makes sense because this is supposed to be like a backstory, I guess, to that one. That one, I wasn't sure if that was somebody's mind or it was a storytelling of someone's, like, you know, passing in a way, like what they went through, I guess, in their mind until
Oh yeah, 'cause,
death.
like, the
But
ending. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean that's open to
Dying.
interpretation. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
interesting.
That makes more sense.
I'm not sure if it shows up if you're at the recommended height for the map, but that dove has stuff
Wish.
wrong with it.
Did you just
Yeah.
reflexively OO?
Is it even a dove?
Look at it like right around where I'm currently at, and it looks like it has a bunch of eyes all over it.
Oh, I don't see the eyes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna raise.
Yeah, I don't see them either.
I think it
guess
has
you'd
some
have to, like, yeah.
weird normal
You can see it up
mapping.
close right
No,
here.
it's parallax mapping.
Yeah, I'm not actually seeing that. Hold on. Oh, I see.
Some parallax mapping on it.
Oh, let me
It's actually meant to look like glass. It's layered in a way. Like it's done in a way to where it looks like layered, like the kind of glass the stained glass in a church.
Drifting through the water.
Oh yeah.
Hang on.
Oh, this is some really nice looking water
Synchronized, but yeah.
and paper boats.
Yeah,
I always
the water
appreciate
looks
good looking
cool.
water
Pretty good.
Oh, look,
in
there's
maps.
There's a paper boat.
Mm-hmm.
See? See paper boats.
And all of its friends.
Scented electric candles? No, I'm into the old-fashioned candles. You know, everyone gives me candles for gifts. That's why I have a lot of like them. But I use them. I actually use the candles, so I make use of
I
them.
actually got a candle for Christmas from my niece. She got me one.
Nice. Yeah, I am a old school candle appreciator. So I also like incense too.
Looking at us.
Oh,
Yeah.
the pigeons. The pigeons are judging.
Hi guys.
But they kind of remind me of the crows in Resident Evil, like in some of the hallways that just sort of like look down and stare at you.
Oh.
This is a weird thing right here.
I feel like that's kind of like symbolic somehow. Like this walks to like when you're a kid, like the beginning of life, and the vultures are waiting for.
Is this moss on the? This is really nice looking moss if it is, or some kind of like vegetative growth.
The pyramids, the triangles? Hourglass. It was an hourglass.
Yeah, it does look like a one. Huh.
Yeah.
This also looks like a children's room.
Over there. That was like with the hat, yeah.
Yes, there's a kid's bike as well. Let's see. Does the store go anywhere? No, it's behind a bench.
So it branches out a lot right here. So I'd recommend going here first.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I like the interesting. Like the bulbed out windows, huh?
Eastern European aesthetic, but the quality.
It does look like that.
This looks, this kind of stuff here looks like the kind of art sculptures we have around where I live. Like they don't have much purpose. They're just weird, and you just see them wherever. We have a lot of those around like the downtown area.
Safe public art. Where
Yes.
The city pays for an artist to come do something, but it can't be too weird. But it's gonna be a little
Yep.
artsy. You know, it's like a annoying boundary where they try to find.
We have these.
In the city, we have like mermaids that were painted by artists, and they're all around the town. But yeah, none of them are too crazy.
There's a waterway downtown that has these like these huge like carved iron balls that have like sea life and tentacles. They're really weird. They're pretty cool, but like yeah, they have like tentacles around them, so they look like Lovecraft balls or something in one of the waterway areas.
Google image search.
I've taken pictures of it too, but they're probably buried. Is it Michael Jackson back there? Oh, Terminator? We got movies?
Welcome to the crib.
That's obviously the Beatles.
Well, look closely. Look closely.
Oh, wait a minute. We got more AI generated, yeah.
Welcome, Ice Crow, to my humble abode. Just take a seat and take a how do you say
Take a
that?
fat load. Take a fat load.
Take a fat load.
Oh my god. Oh, no. Did it swap the faces?
Yeah, roll swap.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is alternate universe, bro.
Yeah, it's like an alternate universe.
That
where
is-
action movie heroes from the 80s got different roles. Got each other's roles. You know?
That's like 200% like masculinity there. It's a little overkill. I'd say
That's just 80s
Stallone.
masculinity.
Yeah, I'd say that Stallone looks better on Schwarzenegger's body than Schwarzenegger looks on Stallone's body. So.
But nothing pales in comparison to the Beals.
Oh, the Beals, yeah.
God.
There's a lot of them. Oh my god.
A little bit of the
999 for them.
They all look like. Is it just Ringo? They all look like fucking Ringo, don't they?
James.
And they're
Yeah,
all
there's like
wearing
4
eyeliner.
They got like Kiss makeup on.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
like
amazing.
yeah, that
It's
like
like
if Beatles is like
Kiss
Kiss.
plus Kiss.
The Beals bees.
Look at a hand. That hand seems like it's guiding us. Is there anything I missed, by the way? Well, you just kind of glance over here. That's where I came from. Okay.
It'll move back around eventually.
Okay.
Keep going this way.
Oh, okay. Is there anything in the back there, or?
We got more hat.
Talking about that
Stained
eye-
glass.
Is it an eye in the shape of a hand?
Huh.
Is that that what you guys are talking about?
Oh, I am loving the normals in this map.
you
I
mean
love how wonderfully textured everything is.
Yeah.
Like the detail. Oh,
Yeah, I agree.
it's so good. I mean, I appreciate simple stuff like this. Like, look how textured it, like the paint and the wood on stuff
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine if so they have like with VR chat, you got haptics where you can touch people. Like if you have it enabled, and you know it'll vibrate a little bit. But like it would be nice, and I don't know like how intensive that would be though if they implemented where colliders would actually, you know, activate the haptics.
I would
It's
like
doable, but that would suck the battery life down.
Oh yeah, that is true. These aren't the best either. Compared to even the Quest controllers, which I've learned have better battery life, the Index just doesn't. I mean, it lasts for what, 4 hours or so?
I mean, I get about 5.5 or 6, but yeah.
Yeah. Couple sand here.
It's a mushroom. You need a Mario.
Oh yeah, these things are in there's like a bridge area in Organism that has a bunch of like mushroom like things like this.
Same symbol again.
Yeah. Which looks like an hourglass.
Yeah, I feel like the hourglass is kind of...
It's this elevator.
I mean, given all the elements we're seeing here, this kind of looks like somebody's childhood, like where they may have grown up, but it's been abandoned and left to like rot. But in like a peaceful, melancholy way. We got up here. Oh, there's a stained glass thing up here.
Stained glass.
Oh yeah, it's got the same effect here.
There we go. Now it's enabled.
Oh, is this another little... Oh, this goes nowhere. It's just a big hole. Oh. Oh, there's actually something up there.
What?
Look up there.
Static.
Huh.
Mhm.
Static.
Something purple.
Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a room we'll actually see later. Because I know an Organism...
Yeah, like foreshadowing.
Ah, yes.
Fuck.
Hi guys.
No, because you can go in.
Nice of you.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Can we go
We were
in
talking-
here?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, this takes us to an eye room. Oh. Ooh, I like this.
Oh, this is.
Oh my god. Oh, I love this. Oh my god. I love how the floor's like warped and the chairs are like barely situated. Oh,
Barely.
it's so good.
This reminds me of Inside.
Oh, this is so
Played
cool.
the big glowing orbs that you find throughout the game.
Oh, yeah.
That dictates one of the endings.
Yeah, that was a...
I think you would go down
That's
to
a
that
really
room
good
that we
game.
just saw that we were in. 'Cause I just saw a dragon just jump right in there.
Yeah, that'll take you down. Back down.
Fuck. You looked at that?
No, I can't. I'm just pretending.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, oh, that's neat.
Oh.
But if you're really
I just-
curious, it's just
I stepped through and I was immediately like inside.
If you're on the chat and trying to join the group, whoa, that was weird. My camera just like zoomed through a bunch of objects and like through the world and went back to me.
I just saw that.
Did you see that? Yeah.
Gosh, I saw it. It went
Yeah,
back.
I just saw that.
There we go. That weird like self-focus camera is really bizarre sometimes.
if any of you guys are curious about what that says on the other side, it's just a bunch of the old textures on the previous map, the Organism map, like all the advertisements for different things. You know.
Okay, where are we headed next? I think it might be over here, right? Let's see. Faded childhood memories, many elements smashed together because it has been so long. Yeah, it does kind of remind me of that, where you're, you know, it's been so long that, You might even have false memories of stuff that happened in childhood. That can happen. Oh god. I just now noticed the pigeons.
Oh yeah, the giant
It's like we're in like a
pigeons.
birdhouse
Yeah.
ourselves.
They're normal. They live here.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. Everything's fine. This isn't fine.
Oh, this reminds me of Silent Hill. This is straight up
Come hither.
Silent Hill-esque here. Oh yeah, we're going into the sewer. Let's see, we got light bulbs. I'm having a weird case of deja vu right now, being in this tunnel, and I do not know why.
So wait, have you guys seen there's an egg.
On the other path.
There's a meaning to this.
Huh. I can briefly look if. Oh, okay.
Are we meant to collect these or get to these? Or does that unlock
It's
something?
not
I think it's just,
metaphorical Easter egg. It's
yeah,
not really-
kind of like
Yeah,
a lot of the other things that
Also,
seem to
we're-
repeat through this map.
We're under where we were before. Like, figure 8, we could look down into this, so that's probably just a mutant massive pigeon egg.
That makes sense.
All the pigeons spawn in there.
There's just so many branching paths.
Yeah, there was an egg in a grate, like at the end of the other part of the tunnel.
That's a butthole.
Yeah, it does kind of look sus, doesn't it? Does it actually go somewhere?
People in this world.
No.
Who say it looks like a cornea, and people who say it looks like an asshole.
It looks like, I don't know, an esophagus to me. Like, I don't know. It does look kind of fleshy because of the specular maps. Oh, nice.
The council
See if we can switch this 1 second here. It's gonna do something. And so it's never easy trying to wrestle with the camera. There we go. Uh-oh. I gotta go fetch my camera. There we go.
Are you good down there? You're in the ground for a second. Ascended. It's ascending there, everybody.
It makes sense. He's fighting at the door day.
Oh, this is cool. That's a, like, weird effect.
No, the vibe I didn't give to him, but the part with reverb, I did.
What about
us back to that area that we skipped before.
Oh wow, I
There's
completely
all
blinded
retrace
this.
stuff that we missed. And it's gonna take a while to get up these stairs.
Let's see, how far does this go? Oh wow, oh, these are spooky. It reminds me of the images we saw like in the beginning of the map with the angel-like entities flying around. Except these are more bird-like. This looks like an SCP. SCP and like abandoned Slavic architecture vibes.
Should be in VR to have this go straight into your eye.
Yeah, chat, you want to see this up close? Could be like a data stream too. Or energy that it's absorbing. Hmm. Got more coat hangers. Yeah, that's interesting because in the other map, there's a place where there's a bunch of coats, like a ton of coats just hanging together, an organism.
Did you see inside the classroom? There was a whole lot of really cool
Oh, there's a
chalk drawings that were in there. Yeah. It's one of my favorite areas.
Oh, wow.
Was where we're all sitting down in the chairs, so all the pipes are just like projecting whatever's going on in the sewers, all goes into the classroom.
Literal shit talking.
The sewer elders. Yeah, this feels very Lovecraftian. Like this feels very heavy in the Lovecraft vibes with these drawings.
Yeah. Same. Guys, It's not Kurt Cobain. Or Chris
I like the dudes. I like this guy over here who's got. Looks like he's got sunglasses embedded into his eyes, like they're just stapled into the sockets.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Oh God, that face looks familiar.
2 survivors.
Oh God, we have cursed Disney. Oh.
Mutated Mickey Mouse.
Oh, it's Ninja Turtle. What? Oh wow. Or a ninja of some sort, but it looks like a Ninja Turtle in a way, but with mutated. That's how you could definitely tell that it's AI, though. I mean, with the other than the mutated parts, the fingers are always gonna be the tell, at least until that gets improved.
At least it's a nice day out.
Phoenix was able to recognize a few, kind of. I don't know if these are stock photos taken from somewhere else or if they were AI generated from something, but the third guy here in the beard is Mendeleev. The second one is Franz Kafka.
Oh, Kafka, yeah.
The fourth one might be Pushkin.
Yeah, and then immediately after that, Raphael the Ninja Turtle.
Yes.
My favorite philosopher and author, obviously.
Oh, hello, friend. We've got a large friend here.
That's what's been laying all those
Staring straight into the classroom.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the pigeon from the Red Monster video.
And maybe they're relatives of the birds in Dark Souls, the giant birds, where you have to go to their nests and give them sacrifices for items. Pickle Pea, yeah. Those are my favorite Dark Souls characters, the birds. Pickle Pea and his friends.
We were the giant foot fetish.
Gib Silky, Gib Smooth.
God, that would be the best fucking contest for a Souls game ever. Like, win the opportunity to be a VA in the next Souls game, but you get to be like the shitty invisible bird that replaces.
I would love. You know what? I would take that.
That would be so good.
I would just. I would take that. Keep me warm. Yeah. See, you're reminded of an SCP called A World of Two Artists, where particular people phase in and out of a universe that had a deranged and surreal apocalypse. Huh.
Like when you open a controller menu, there should be like an option for like seated or standing mode.
Yeah,
They're
Sin stuck.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Maybe, Sin, get onto the chair and then just move like out here.
That's how I know.
Why are we wasting our time trying to get the cat out of the tree when we can go get, like, the fire department to do it instead?
Yeah. You'll have to like maybe respawn and see if you can. Yeah. Don't be flying around because you're probably gonna get stuck. That's probably why they advised against it. So.
That's true. That's a good point.
All right.
Since link access to VR for the first time and already they no clip out of the map.
Yeah, I guess I kind of have to babysit him a little bit because he hasn't used this a whole bunch. Wow. Tom and Jerry.
Oh yeah.
There's some really interesting stuff going on in his desk.
Hey.
Robot.
Whoa, look at that bear. The other bear is freaky. The one on the left. Look at this thing.
That's not the Russian version of the Famicom.
Looks like it's going all the time.
It's been watching the TV. It's stuck watching the TV.
Yeah.
For the console over here.
Tom and Jerry on loop. Missed a VRC event. What's happened today? Not in a terribly verbal rude. Well, I mean, if you thing is if you're If you ever joined the VRC stuff, you don't have to talk at all. No obligation to like talk or anything like that. You can just follow and explore if you ever want to. Oh, we got duck hunt here.
Carpet almost feels like it's actually there.
Yeah, it's
Jaco, the carpet. If you touch it, like it actually moves as if it was actual carpet.
What? Okay, hold on.
It may be hard to notice. Like over here, I don't know if over there it will also react, but over here it does a little bit. Try like pushing. Can you see it?
It's not really moving for me.
I don't know. Sometimes it's a little hard to notice it. Like I notice it for a bit. Clutch key also notice it. Like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what makes it happen.
What is this? The Dende? There was like a Russian bootleg. Like, oh, is it? Okay. That is a good reference.
The box is like down there, like the box of the Dende.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah, underneath the...
Oh, yep, the Dende. Yep.
I
think he's gonna respawn.
There's supposed to be something else that shows up in this, like let's say a warning
Okay, so
or something.
watch the TV.
You know, please stand by. But I don't know if it's like a random thing or if it'll take a long time.
I wouldn't be surprised if
It's
it
all
was
Russian anyway, so-
random.
There is another TV that does a similar thing. I've never seen anything different on this one, but...
This is what I heard. It's, I don't know if there's something supposed to pop up there.
This part of the world is making a nice little home world, actually.
Oh yeah, it would. Especially this little area in the middle.
I hate that.
Oh, I thought you were part of the map. I just noticed that. Oh my god. I was like, wow, that's a strange object in this map.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
And I have a screenshot of the code too.
Also, Miker, if you're in the group, you'll be able to join on the group instance, but you'll probably have to kind of locate us because we're a little ways out.
It's a big hand above us.
Oh, the hand. I just saw the big old hand.
I like the vibe of this area here. It would make a nice little chill world on its own to hang out in, like separate from the map.
Yeah, no, that's
Like that treehouse vibe, man.
That looks like a giant baby hat.
Oh.
There aren't a whole lot of wrinkles in the dome.
Right.
You found a duck?
Yeah. I mean, there's duck hunt and also actual duck.
Where's the actual duck? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I miss. Oh, there's a little. Oh my god, this. You know what this reminds me of? The way this is situated, like in this little like small area here. You know about the Blue Lick Road house? Like they have it in VR chat, but like you have to like explore all the way into it, like to be able to find the weird like bath, the blue tiled bath that's like hidden like far into the house somewhere. That's in its like own little weird space.
Wait a minute.
Here's a clue. Here's the clue. The tail. He has a short tail, so it's not a rat.
Oh, carpet area.
It has claws though, so what kind of mouse has soft
Average
claws?
lab home.
Welcome to the carpet zone. Only carpet inside.
Oh yeah, isn't it a... I was gonna say, isn't it actually a common thing to hang rugs on walls in a lot of Slavic countries? Yeah.
Does it benefit like the...
Insulation.
Oh, I was about to
I was
say.
wondering about that. I was like,
Because walls were very thin, so they did that to keep themselves warm inside.
Oh,
It's
True.
not
Good
styrofoam. They
point.
just don't like how it
that would
looks.
make sense.
I know it's
Sometimes,
from the
yeah.
Olympics, but the bears
Sometimes,
and
you know,
texture
the
of it
reason
kind of reminds
becomes less
me
practical and more as though a style thing.
of the music video for Donkey
Same thing with
Kong.
Welcome to the carpet zone. You
What is going on over here?
They're just
What?
two
Why
bros
is it
chilling.
Smoking.
Yeah, just two bear bros smoking and hanging out.
Cigarettes, dang.
Yeah, there was actually
Smoking a lot.
somewhere in the organism map, like way on top somewhere, there was like a thing of cigarettes that I remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the coffee cans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
So actually, the
Minor
actually was a
secret
lot
right here.
faster than
When
I
we were
expected
climbing up.
because it
Whoa.
turns out this actually loops back
This
into the
bear
first
taking a
room
big
past the
smoke over
rooms.
here.
Oh, okay.
Like everything we did earlier. Yeah.
That's good.
Remember that room with the tree that we kind of skipped?
Yeah.
Just, we just apparently walked right in there.
Oh, there's another one right here. Oh, I
Jackal, we got like another hole here.
Oh,
so
there's
check it out.
okay. Yeah, it's kind of easy to blind some of this stuff.
Okay.
If you're not looking.
For Christmas.
Oh Jesus.
Christmas gift. Oh, I didn't notice this. What the fuck? Christmas gift.
It got dark
For
for a second.
I love that they poured that hoarder house in VR chat.
Delicious.
Just amazing.
Delicious, Slav traditional food.
Is it-
white paint?
Is it lard?
We're
Is it
above
supposed to be
the
lard?
entry.
No, it's just white
Christmas
paint.
tree.
Very delicious.
Oh,
Very
that's
nutritious.
cool.
Malak.
Oh, this is the area where we started. Like one of the first areas.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Snow
right
area.
It is continuity.
here. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Maybe it's a shot like just some random like areas that's like actually
Yeah, I can't quite through it.
some sense of actual
It's not
structure.
open either.
Some reason.
No, it's all collided. This all has
This might
colliders.
actually
Thursday.
translate to milk. When I think about it. Malaka? Maybe it's not white paint. I think it's like dairy milk or something.
I don't like this part. Gets really dark.
Yeah.
I wonder how it would feel. I bet it'd be pretty warm though if you
afraid of
went
the
to an
dark, but
actual
this is like-
tunnel that was like.
Look,
Fully
there's
carpeted.
There's a railroad track.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And it's leading. You're not gonna check for a ticket,
We
are you?
train. Okay.
No.
And now train.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Oh god, this feels a little weird.
This is cool.
It's more of the door, but the peephole
May
at the bottom.
potentially make you feel barfy, but that's a really cool effect because there's like layers. These are like 2D textures too, like flat, and it's just layered and moving. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see. Can you enter in any of these?
Clouds are moving in a different plane.
No.
Hmm.
Thing is, it's not even there. It's actually just
Shitty uneven carpet adds to the mild vertigo.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, my camera's still stuck back there. There we go.
Right.
Let's see if I can.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Yeah. Train got a little bit of a weed problem.
Kind of makes you think though, because in the first area, when you look out the window, it looked like buildings were moving around us, but maybe the entire thing that we're in is like actually moving itself and not everything else. There's a VR chat map that I went to that's got a bunch of things, like metal objects with rain that makes like music in a way. That's really cool.
Remember that. Yeah, you can rearrange all the pans and stuff to make different rhythms out of the dripping water.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds cool.
I like going there to kind of hang out because there's that, but then there's also a huge, like, you can walk out and there's a huge ocean. And if you fall just right, you can hit like one of the colliders on the area under the building and just be kind of like chilling under the water, like deep underwater without falling through. Yeah.
This pigeon's sleeping.
Hi, Reptile Hand. How you doing?
Pigeon making being
Oh, this is a small people room. This is a borb room. Wait, I see moths in there. Oh, what's going on in here? Is this the moth patrol? Oh god, yeah. The birds are wearing hats too. Aw. Pigeon surveillance.
He's got a little hat too.
Yeah. Look at him.
Yeah, nice thing with VR, they can put your face way closer to stuff than you can in desktop, so like these tiny details you would miss on there.
Yeah, so cool.
Mmm, yummy. The water looks so clean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the light bulb factory. This is how they are created.
The light making, are you guys making light bulb juice? Juicing the light bulbs?
Every single light bulb is gratified with the blessing of a baptized gamer. Magic.
Gamer bird bathwater? Is that what this is?
Jesus Christ. Yes.
Goes through the car.
Makes sense.
Thank you, I made it myself.
Ooh, we got an old TV in here. Or is that a radio? No, this is a radio. Yeah, that's
an old-timey radio.
Yeah, this thing's huge.
And it's making radio noises as well.
I'm actually nostalgic. I've maybe not for like these kind of radios, but it reminded me of the old TVs, like the ones with the wood and the dials.
Yeah.
Where you had to like, you know, stand right by it and kind of like turn the dials to find the right channel.
Grandparents had one of the old TVs that had a big dial, and one of the most satisfying sounds ever was turning the dial to turn the TV on and off. It would just get this really hard chunk, like, and the whole thing would turn off.
Oh, yeah.
So satisfying.
The only time I saw a TV like that was at my grandparents' house.
Yeah, I wonder how much something like that would go for now. I don't know if it'd have much use though compared to, I mean, because a lot of people are grabbing up CRT TVs, but I don't know if like the dial ones are as sought after.
Yeah, I've only seen one once in my life.
I feel so dumb. I should have kept my CRT and I could have sold it for like a good price.
I have one that I grabbed a long time ago for like 20 bucks, but I use it for light guns, like my old light guns. But yeah.
See, because I had a CRT for like the longest time.
Oh, here's this rain effect. I like this blurry rain effect. Oh, that's neat. So when I get my my hands, let me see something here.
Emissives.
Yeah, if you have like glow or emissive stuff on your avatar, put your hands up to the windows. What's weird though is the stream camera does not see the blur of the window. So I was trying to film some video in this map earlier, and you can see completely through it. Stream camera, everyone else sees it. But on stream they probably
It's such a satisfying effect.
I know.
through your eyes right now.
Yep.
See, because I was in organism, but I was in PC.
I think
so
my
didn't get
favorite
to
thing
see
about
this, but
streaming
now
when I'm
that
using the
actually
first-person
in
view
here,
is
now
subjecting
appreciate
chat to
little
shaders,
details of the
like
water.
you know, being able to put your face like right next to them.
Yeah. Have you seen it's called like the Mandelbub world, which is just massive this like vastly complex fractal thing that kind of undulates in and out, and you just stare straight at it.
You know
It's,
what?
like, super
I
hypnotic.
almost went there last night because we're visiting worlds made by that person. They're the ones who do the recursive ones, but I didn't go into that because fractal can sometimes tank my computer. It depends on how it's done though, but
It does lag a lot, but
yeah.
It's just like an empty space with a big floating sphere in the middle. So it's a simple world, but the effect itself is kind of intensive on your computer.
I'll have to check that out by myself sometime.
Do not worry.
Is that Demi-Fiend out there taking a poop in the weird outfit? Yeah, look at him. Just taking a poop. I don't know what that is over there. It kind of looks like an outhouse. Oh, is this not? I think it is. Yeah.
Hey bro, you gotta wait for your turn. It's occupied.
I gotta wait for you to bury it with leaves first, so it can decompose properly. Oh. Mr. Bear, are you peeping on people using the outhouse? Shame on you. Johnny, there's a weird bear. Johnny, there's a weird bear peeping on you. Right behind you.
Looks like he got tired of getting down.
And he's eating at the same time.
My tracker's died, so I'm just a skull now.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
That's all that's left after the tractor's died.
Yeah, in the future, all of our body systems will require battery power. It's like, oh, my skin died, muscles are down.
Wait.
Organs are down.
Gotta shove a.
Beautiful.
Get like a
Oh wow, this is big.
Ooh.
Love that.
It's raining over there, now it's just...
Oh yeah, once we fully get out here, this is like my favorite part of this area. And there's a lot of secrets in this area. But there's a lot to see in this area right now too. Like when you look straight up.
Whatever they came.
Oh yeah, look at the giant moths.
What the?
Oh yeah, I love those.
And there's like a sewing machine here with like
Whoa.
wings that were removed. So
Oh,
I don't know
I
what
don't
the
like that.
implications are.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
Yeah.
Had a fuzzy pet moth to cuddle.
Johnny's going through like the.
Oh, hey, there's one some way up here.
And there's a big like another room over here too.
Whoa.
Oh, more light bulbs.
Oh. And we have our main character
bug.
in the painting.
It's the
here.
moth.
The Mothman. Yeah, the Mothman. Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Got more light bulbs in here, but they're like
Oh, I like the texture on them.
different.
Got a weird texture.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Kind of looks like what like a moth eye would look like with the compound eyes.
Oh, it's like a half.
I was outside and I saw this room, so I wanted to take a look.
Mm.
It's like, dude, let me in. I'm the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, these are just light bulbs, but they're different colors.
Source, just trust me, bro.
This is awkward.
So now, yeah, we can go downstairs.
Okay, go.
We have a gnome party.
Oh, I see it right here.
Oh, nice. You know what? The bear that was behind the outhouse, I thought he was holding a strawberry, but I think he was holding one of the mushrooms.
I think it was. Yeah, it looked like the same texture.
Hmm.
He was. It was a shroom.
Yeah, let me go down.
I found
I thought it was an apple. I thought it was an apple, but apparently
Oh, this is amazing.
But yeah, This area, I love this part.
wow.
And we can go left or right. There's interesting things on both sides. And of course the pyramid.
But I run left. Someone really cool on the left.
On the left side? Okay.
I really like this. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the sky texture that they're using for this too.
Yeah. And the further away from the building we get, you see more of like the sunset and everything. It just gets more and more beautiful the further down you get.
Are you in Alaska about to see the destruction of the UFO? What? By the way, there was some stuff about a UFO that got shot down. What was going on? Oh, this is this Kafka?
It was another balloon.
Looks like him, yeah.
Why is this stuff we shouldn't know about?
That's weird.
Man is real.
Yeah, see?
It's got a man
See?
on a
It's
blood body.
amazing.
Oh my god, I love this.
These are definitely AI made, right? Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, what's around the corner here?
Oh
What we got going? Uh-oh.
no.
Oh my god.
To the doom zone.
I love these.
Amazing.
Don't.
This is kind of...
Is that Darkwing Duck?
I did not expect to see something like this in this map, but...
He has teeth too.
What?
Oh, I love the
Do
Teletubby.
what I want.
Darkwing Duck. Got a Xenomorph.
It's Marvel. He's almost
Doomier Strike.
Oh, it's just Maple. Well, that just happened.
Was this one supposed to be over here? Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, it does look like that, yeah.
like 2 times up.
It's a Mortal Kombat, like, dragon, I guess. Holy shit. Yeah, where's my guitar here? Do I even have my guitar? Oh wait, I gotta actually like... There we go. What happens if I drop down on the you know what, there's stairs there, so we might as well go ahead. It's just a little oh my god.
It's so bright.
Oh, it's so bright.
It is bright.
Oh my god.
Just turning into a little worse chicken.
It's a little cozy. It's not too bad.
What?
They have
Oh, there's some.
Hey, that's one way to heat your tea up. Very quickly.
Well, crap, I don't have a stove. Come on.
Oh my god, we're gonna actually have.
Let me change this one back to the normal one here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. The fuck is this illustration?
Sub-Zero just killed that man.
See, my problem, I was like near that edge and I just fell off.
See, the U.S. government fired a massive load over Alaska to slam that UFO into Cumtown. Okay.
That's a good comment.
Crab gaming.
Crab Gamer.
What's the books?
The book zone.
Definite tone change from the...
Started to play video games.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is a bunch of
Reminds
books.
me of that room in Organism where they have the giant, like, grease vents or whatever sitting above desks.
Yeah.
It's a recurring theme.
I wonder
wonder if whoever sat back here wrote all these books.
It's weird. Like what I'm noticing is like all the areas are like less warped than like what was in organism.
So
it's
organism
like-
is way more
they
abstract.
moved
Like
on
this
to the
has
next
kind of like more direct themes with each one.
You within
Also, the cat is like sitting on my keyboard, but that's
Yep, Johnny's streaming.
Story of organism. Oh. Okay, so maybe that is a prequel then. Huh.
Yeah.
And this world creator has some other really cool worlds as well that aren't organism in this. He has like this big like world-ending like destructive portal thing in the sky, and you're standing around on a rooftop, and he has a really cool train through Moscow map.
Oh, I think I went
where,
to
like, a
that
city
one
rushes by
actually.
and
Is
stuff.
there like, do you spawn into like a kind of space area first, and it goes out to like a an abandoned city, but there's a thing you can get on, and it like kind of just flies around the city while it's being destroyed. Kind of sounds similar.
Maybe. I know you can change the modes that the train has. Like, you can be going through the city, or it can be going through, like, a warp kind of, like, stars shooting by the side. And then you can actually stop in a town and get off and walk around, too. It's like a really, like, Soviet area-looking town.
That's pretty by the world destruction thing. Yeah, I've been there like way long ago. Last Watchtower. Like I was searching for like long time ago. I was searching for, like Egyptian people. That was like one of the ones that popped up. I was like, sure, why not?
See, those two maps you just mentioned seem like they are connected to this one. Yeah, Organism is the came out before this. This is like the backstory.
Found moon. It is not where it belongs.
You found a moon?
Yes, and it is not where it belongs.
Oh, I'll have to go over there in just a second.
To the right of it. What's that light in the sky?
I don't know, but it seems to be beaming. Well, I don't know because it's like seems to be beaming something somewhere else. So,
No, I'm sure.
oh, it does look like a comet. Yeah.
Yeah, like a shooting
Remember
star, but,
the
like, it's
first
world
thing we saw
moving in time.
with the data sets?
I wonder if there's
for
something in the
something
water.
else?
I'll have to go in there and. Is this? Can you just walk on top of it? Oh, I guess you can.
Yeah, you can.
Jesus mode activated.
A whole moon. What the floating moon above a bed.
Oh, hey, it's like a typical VR chat hangout world with a bed in it. Just needs a mirror.
Competing to see who can make the biggest moon in their map.
Yeah.
Just get bigger and bigger.
Don't fall asleep on this bed, you'll turn into a werewolf.
Yes.
I'm already undead.
Man, you know,
I
really thought. You know, I really thought, I was really confident this time that we could go from one VR chat map without getting moons. Get it? Because we're next to a bed.
Let's see, the meter is carrying the angel and you are Jesus walking on water. Huh. It's interesting interpretation.
Paper boat.
People forget the moment when St. Peter also, people forget the part where St. Peter actually reaches
Huge
out
now. Or
and
we
stands
shrank.
on the water for a brief moment, and Jesus encourages
And then he
him to
falls.
run.
And then he falls in, doesn't he? Until he loses faith.
He just falls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you just gotta. It's not like a bad thing to be walking on water.
They just got a big industrial ream of paper to make this thing.
Of course, that's just normal for like Nahobino, though.
Oh, yeah, me walking on water.
Where is it going?
You get stuck, it's not my fault, okay? You get stuck again. We're not gonna help you out.
See a big like electrical explosion, he just dies.
Yeah. It's baby's first time in VR chat, so I just kind of expect it.
I'm very glad this man. Say before we go to the pyramid that we really should see the ruins over here. It's quite a spectacle.
Okay.
I know it's a
Sounds
long
good.
run, but I think it's worth the run over there.
Sounds good.
No, I'm pretty new to VR chat. I guess because I'm used to these meetups, I'm not trying all that silly stuff.
Since we're getting lured into that electrical tower, is like every boss getting lured.
Hey, it's symbolic, Retro. This is the VLC shop, yeah.
We got all kinds of MP3s. We got pirated music. We got
special MP.
Can I curse the traffic cones? They look like candy corn.
I like candy corn though.
I like candy corn.
When we get to the ruins, it might be DMCA music. I'm not sure. It sounds like it could be something.
Okay, I'll have to
distinct.
turn.
Might just like listen to it for a second or something to get the feeling.
Honestly, it's okay because a lot of the VODs, the channel where I put the VODs aren't. It's not monetized or anything, so they'll get claimed regardless.
Right.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you mean. It's kind of like that one area in Organism where the tape player is, like that one little hangout spot. It's actually kind of quiet now. I think there's a certain spot where it's playing. I see. This sounds like the kind of stuff that I used to listen to when I was like early 20s. Euro, techno, trance dance. Is there an actual dance? Oh my god. The teddy bear rave.
This is actually what happens in Teddy's head, 24/7.
Oh, this shit, I love it.
It's nice to hear this type of music again. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a nice little surprise.
Oh, I didn't realize you can like toggle stuff in here. Oh, you can just turn the lights on and off.
Oh, you can actually turn the teddy bears off, huh? Is there stairs to get up? Oh, yeah, there is. I actually like the club in the abandoned like ruins or town vibe.
Seems to be done a launch between Hitman and now this.
Oh yeah, you can sit on that.
It's like having veins, but like a vein they do is rough, like
Even here, it's got.
He's got like some random
the
sinks
double
down there.
triangle symbol
Oh yeah.
in neon.
Just in case you need to, I mean, there's no toilets at the rave, so no bathrooms, so you gotta like, I don't know, piss in the sink or wash your hands, I don't know. Make it up here? Oh, there we go.
What do you guys call these things when you were kids?
Jungle gym?
Jungle Gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jungle Gym was what I call it.
OSHA violations.
Well, those countries are wrong. The Jungle Gym.
Honestly, growing up in the 80s, the sorts of playgrounds that I had access to were way less safe than this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is easy straight.
Yeah, I had such a big
playground
time. We
that
were
just had
mostly like
concrete.
coasting off that.
Construction, like, tier, I don't know. Shit.
God, right?
Just,
just piles of railroad ties and an apartment building that had been demolished, but the concrete not cleared out. That's your playground.
just stack a bunch of old tires together and let the kids crawl around or something.
It was like the Minecraft of ignoring your children. Make your own fun.
I would say there's this place near me that has this abandoned old hotel that's like, I don't know, at least 15 to 20 stories, and it's been abandoned since the 80s for reasons I don't want to dox myself.
Oh. Interesting.
It's very creepy, and it's run by a potential, and the land is owned by a potential cult.
Oh.
That sounds like prime urbex slash disappearing teenager material. Oh, yikes. There is one more thing back there that I found in the tunnels on the other side, but it is missable and will probably cause at least someone in this group physical pain to be near.
Can I look at it? That sounds like a me kind of thing.
Physical pain.
Alright, come on.
Physical pain sounds fun.
We like the pain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the giant.
Oh, weird.
From like beginning.
Oh no, the tinnitus zone. The tinnitus zone. Oh no.
What do you mean tinnitus? I love my tinnitus. If I didn't have my tinnitus, I would be lonely. I am so used to it. I cannot fathom a world without my ears screaming at me.
Let's go right down.
Oh, I hate this actually.
Oh yeah, I love journeying through the moist ear hole. Give me the tinnitus.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully, my dirt ear hole.
Oh nice.
Oh god, sorry chat. I might have to turn the world volume down. Hold on, because that... Okay. That's a little more tolerable.
Oh, I hate it.
Fucking Doppio.
Oh
Sir, your brain is calling you. You might wanna you might wanna answer it. We got it around here. Does it slip back around?
Your brain on drugs.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so it loops? I guess it loops?
Yeah, it goes back up. Here we go.
Good thing I already have tinnitus, so
Oh, it does look it is like an ear canal, actually. The Oh, yeah.
That's why I called it the moist ear.
But like being in VR, I don't
Literally
actually hear it
tinnitus.
because you know there's tons of noises around me, so it's
Yeah. It's one of those things you just
fine.
get used to.
I used to, like, for a while, until they broke, I'd always sleep with fans to kind of counteract with it, but now I'm so used to having it, it just doesn't bother me anymore.
yes, I just have it. My fan on 24/7.
Yeah, I still need my fans.
My tinnitus isn't constant anymore. It used to be for like half a year, like last year, but ever since, like a few years ago, but ever since then I can't sleep without the fans.
So is everyone heading towards the pyramid? We might want to figure out where everyone is out at.
Here.
I think we left some people in this.
Somebody's over there.
Okay.
Ladder doesn't exist.
Okay, yeah, I see some people over here.
Video games.
So,
Time to go into the Bass Pro Shop pyramid.
The Sphinx Zone. This is Sphinx's house.
Is it already gongo o'clock?
Yeah, everything kind of
Oh,
leads
hey,
back to
that
the
is
main
for fun,
area
man.
eventually.
Catch up.
oh hey,
Sorry.
What happened there?
You had me worried. I just had to leave for the party. I had to
Oh,
leave for
okay.
the party.
Yeah, you went like dead for a bit, and I was like, I remembered that. Oh, that's right. You had to go to the birthday
Yeah,
thing.
you-
So
Yeah,
You would like a
drop the
mango
stream
I'm hearing
corpse.
W. Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm all caught up. Hey, what's up, Derek?
Man, Sphinx's house is big.
oh my god, it's like it's like the inside of a tree in here.
So say, imagine what this
the hat.
room smells like.
Feels kind of scorned.
The light.
Bro, this hat is
I already
already
smell the moss and wood.
What kind of hat is that?
I like me wood smells, so maybe I would like it. Although it'd probably be moist
Wood does
too.
smell-
It's kind of like a damp, mossy smell.
Well, I'm used to working outside with garden stuff, so I'd probably enjoy that like moist, earthy wood smell.
Yeah.
Moist earth.
Moist earth.
It smells weird to me.
Moist.
Taco
That's wood.
What's
For
this?
what it's worth, I did
It's like a
check out
random
this
thing
map
sticking out here.
before you guys got here, so I kind of knew where I was going.
And if I disappear,
You
my last
spoiled
piece
yourself?
of hardware died.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I knew I knew I would be late for this, so if I know where I was going, I wouldn't be lost.
Oh, is this like the other things that were collecting like energy?
And besides, is it really spoiling myself if I go alone?
Reminds me of Half-Life.
No, because you probably miss a lot without like a guide, maybe.
Exactly, so...
It's like they're extracting dreams from them or something. Like that
He's
weird
asleep.
kind of energy stuff. Like it's a big reoccurring theme between organism and this are these like static portal kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like when you move it stays still.
God, that looks amazing.
Looks like we have more directions to choose.
Oh yeah, let me turn the music back up.
Offshoot on the right.
There we go.
And then there's a
Yeah.
cool trailer over here. So the main path is to the left, but all the extra stuff.
Oh, those are fun sounds.
That's
Goofy, like.
It's Odo.
Yeah, look at that.
It's the essence of. I can't tell if it's evaporating or condensating.
Oh, that's still over there.
I think it's coming
We
down.
can turn steam sails on and off, twisting this.
Oh, I have a perfect tab for that actually.
90%.
Let me make sure it. I know where that is.
The valve market like that.
Valve's office does have a giant valve in it. I've touched it.
It does.
Oh, I didn't realize the hands. Look at that.
It does, but I think they might have, when they painted it, it might have like frozen in place, if you remember. Because it was before they painted it when I touched it.
I love how, one of my favorite things in these maps is how he warps, like if there's a floor or something, how it's like just warped down into like a spiral or something. And how the textures actually look, you know, good too. Like, instead of like, it's not that distorted, it fits really well.
They had it shipped back to the US from like Estonia or something like that. It's a giant, like, multi-1,000-pound metal valve for their office.
Oh, there's like a lot of stuff
Looks
here.
like they're brewing this stuff. Whatever they're taking out of the cloud.
Yeah, it's like extracting whatever this is. It's being extracted from like the entire complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, cursed moonshine.
Knowing middle of the pillar instead of like the bottom.
Knowing this map is based on, this is either vodka or another alcohol that's used from former Yugoslavian states.
The liquids coming from
I need to check something.
Who am I kidding?
Oh, yeah.
The vodka.
Yeah, it's like a.
Oh, it does have this.
All the way down here.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can.
Wait, the pipe is going where?
The pipe
It's right here. It's right in the
Whoa.
Like follow it. It goes up to the.
Trying to see if I can get low enough.
Ironically, this is a spirits.
There we go.
Concentrate spirits.
Yeah, literal spirits.
That actually looks good.
I have, let me switch on one more thing and see how it looks in here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you guys watch an anime called Dark in the Wood?
I've heard about
like,
that.
you can see it. It's okay in parts. It's trying to be a little bit like Trouble in parts of it definitely seem to be whatever that book.
I think that's just every VR chat avatar, especially me near the beginning.
Your chat confirmed to be a Pillar Man simulator.
Stalker, Metro, all those other games are based off Chernobyl exclusions should have like
Yeah, Metro was based on a book. Yeah, the Metro games are based on
water here, actually.
Water sounds like a good idea. I don't know if I'm close enough to my water. 'Cause I'm starting to feel like kind of heated up after being in here for a while.
Actually, yeah, mine's a bit far.
It's like a lot here. Okay, we'll have to go there. Does this have that same effect? No, I can walk on it. Oh, I think it's closed.
No. Take a break, all. I'm gonna pop out.
Alright, you have a good one.
Okay.
Thanks for joining.
See ya.
Okay, Sin.
Yeah,
It was fun.
see you later, Sins.
Thanks for joining, Sin.
Hope you had fun in VR.
Okay, so where would be the best destination now? Over this way?
I'd say this little bus here, and then there's a tiny offshoot beyond that, and then that's all that's in this area.
Is this the bussy?
Oh, nice. It's like a little hangout.
Unsay that. Unsay that. Right now.
It's easy to get stuck in this corner here. And the book says The Life of Insects by Victor Pelevin.
Oh.
This giant, like, iron kiln or whatever this is. Water cooler, I don't know.
Yeah. If you don't have
It
like
might also just be-
neurons in your skin, then yes, it would be comfortable.
This is what I think is just for collecting rainwater. It's positioned in such a way over the sunroof area, so it's meant to collect the rainwater that falls. should be, maybe.
Burn, and then you burn it.
We got all the rainwater we need here.
Yeah, no, well, we have those things very commonly here because it rains a ton. Like, it's just... It's common practice, yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there it is.
I cannot seem to get out of here. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this over here. And we'll be teleported back up, so we're not stuck.
Let's see, such a big map. Are you close to the end? I'm not entirely sure. I am curious how much of this map there is.
I'd say we're a little over halfway done.
Okay.
Who's cooking? Well, I mean, yeah, who's cooking?
I shouldn't have fell. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Did that make you? Oh, did that make you
Yeah.
low motion sick?
Yeah. Yeah.
For a second, I'm okay, but for a second, I was like, oh shit. Sorry.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm so used to being thrown around in VR. It's just like you don't even think about it when you get used to it.
You eventually get used to it.
Here, I'm gonna grab some water real quick because I definitely need to cool down.
Hypnotized by CD in this one. Doing like a Dead Space reference.
Same here.
You know, the number 25 has that effect on people, I guess.
Yeah, it's fire than 24, that's why.
Yeah, this is a massive map. Organism was also quite massive as well. That's why I usually reserve like 2 or more hours. I can't really look at what my time is. Is anyone else able to see what the time of the stream is?
It's 8:07.
Well, I meant like the actual how long the stream has been going.
2 hours. Almost.
Oh wow! All right.
2 hours.
Wow. Okay.
You've been at it for 2 hours.
Let's get this.
So now we can go back on the main. There's weird invisible walls here.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Not go that way, we'll go this way.
Sorry, but this way's progress.
Oh, we got some statues also. That's buried in the ground. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's Lenin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, look at that.
It's just amazing.
Whoa.
This is like really fancy.
Yeah. It feels like I'm wasting money standing here.
Oh, we got more coat hangers.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
Like in this looking, I guess. Cool.
It's trash?
This is a cult I would call a cult.
No, not trash. It's leaves actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like all these corridors have like a different light theme. We got like this style of bulb, and then we got fluorescent bulbs, and then we got.
Oh, and there's interesting noise coming from them too.
Yeah.
Definitely not what.
Hi, Lizarus. How you doing? More light bulb. Oh, you know what? I just it didn't like click when I was looking over here, but now this is actually like a chapel. listen to the spaceman give his
The sermon.
yeah, space sermon. I don't know if I had chairs enabled, so I would just have to use like Go Go Loco to sit. Oh, there's a seat here. There we go.
Oh yeah, hold on, dude. That's
There we go.
He's giving his sermon. Be
He's trying to
quiet.
sing a hymn.
Continue.
You're being disrespectful.
I would clap for you, but I'm pretty sure people are asleep in my house.
And on the 8th day, God said, "Let there be gaming." And then there was Code Red Mountain Dew.
And then the gamers rose up.
And it was good.
Overthrew the normies.
Amen.
Let us all remember and pray in remembrance of Cain and Abel, and their definitive clash between each other that resulted in the death of one. This is reflective of the rivalry between Sega and Nintendo, thus resulting in the first successful Sega console, Sega Genesis. Let us pray, dear Lord.
Amen.
Give us this day our daily Steam sale, and forgive us for our transactions, as we forgive those who microtransaction against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us to gaming. Amen.
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 Also, please
Hallelujah.
that guy will look a little shorter after I step down.
Yeah, Jack, look
Should we
behind
pass
the
the
altar.
collection 10 around?
What? Behind me?
Killed Curry Murmurs with
Yeah,
his
look behind the altar.
stuff disconnected when he was standing right here.
Oh, yeah.
I exercised him. That's the thing. I was speaking in
Oh.
tongues. Sorry.
Got the VR demon out of his equipment. He's dead forever.
Yeah.
Let's see, if your frozen skull is still loaded in, it's behind the pulpit with retro. Was a good room to die in, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it over there, but...
Oh no. Delivered him to
I think I saw that. I was trying to find you guys.
Ooh, yeah, we've got more drawings here.
Yeah, more really
Look at those birds.
This is too nice to be AI.
Yeah, these look like actual...
Yeah. Well, then you look at the wheels of these machines and then you think to yourself,
Well, no, that's just how they're engraved.
That's like an elephant train.
Someone must have really loved insects like moths or dragonflies and stuff, and may have taken inspiration. Because a lot of like in the past, like a lot of inspiration was taken from like animals and stuff for trying to figure out how to make machines and flying things, like how they operated.
On that.
Yeah, they kind
Well,
of do.
I
Yeah.
got two things on that notable tangents. So first off, we keep seeing maybe Franz Kafka in all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
First in the map, the classroom, and then later in the on that moth-like creature. So then I'm thinking that this is some sort of changing thing. Remember his
The
book,
metamorphosis.
yes, and then
Mhm.
also
True.
how he turned himself. That one character turned himself into a beetle. He's
Yeah.
Bill Gregor, the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So it's like he changes.
Oh yeah.
And and you can't tell if it's really a mental change or if he literally became a beetle.
That shit's
And
a
I
depressing
think-
story. Also, I might add.
There's something that might be aligning with that. With this, there's constant imagery of skeletons, biology, these moths and that book of moths in the bus. So I think there might be something along that. Since Franz Kafka is from Russia, for example.
Yeah.
Thought it was Czech.
Or
think he
East
was-
Europe.
I can't remember which country. Yeah. And the second tangent that I wanted to mention, like on the topic of moths and technology, the first ever computer bug was literally a moth or some sort of insect that found itself inside the computer, which interrupted its analog printing. So it caused it to create a new
really?
result. And that's why we call computer bugs bugs. Because the first bug was literally a bug.
I had no idea.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Huh.
Wow.
Yep, that's why it's called that.
Oh, we got like a. This looks like a. Yeah.
Lecture hall.
The university lecture hall.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Of course, Johnny's on the bed.
Like for a. The bed in the middle reminds me of the where they actually. I'm not sure what they're called, but when they actually showcase a surgery, like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when like med students are practicing and they watch somebody work on something.
Yeah, they used to do that.
I haven't actually. The thing is the only reason I know about that is because I used to read Tezuka's Blackjack, and there were and that's like a medical drama thing, a medical thriller, and there were instances where there was this seminar thing, and someone having a really rare condition that required like a surgery, and people were also using it to research the condition, and they were like studying the person that was inflicted with it, like in the middle here on like a bed or something.
Reminds me of the highest mortality rate for an operation where, like, I think the patient, the doctor, and an onlooker all died in it, resulting in like a 300.
Oh my god.
Like mortality rate, and it's the only like medical procedure to ever have that happen. The onlooker died.
He accidentally amputated.
He amputated himself because he confused his own limb with something else.
Yeah, something like that.
Everybody got the doctor in the house.
There's a lot going on here. Layers upon layers.
Lots of
And then the hat.
like those moths. Yeah,
Mhm.
the hats and the moths. All like connected somehow.
Let's see, dragonflies have the best locomotion nature. We study them to help us with flying technology. Oh, that's good to know. Computer hacking is called that because someone described the fervor programmers we're working with as them seeming to hack at the code as with an axe. Huh.
Oh, hey, Jackal. I was just before you like walked in here, I was just like telling like Mono about like a fucking like revelation I just had. Out there, so you see that light?
Mm-hmm.
Does that remind you of anything? Specifically, something from the original organism?
Maybe I'm trying to think if it's something alluding to the ending or not. It's been a while though.
I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. I think that is what like the ending of the ending organism was, like the big thing, like
yeah,
the big spear thing with the energy.
That's what I was thinking about.
Bursting out.
Because it seemed like that one was frozen too, like nothing was moving in that one.
Yeah. And all the symbols that they had like the circle, like the hourglass thing, that's what's referencing.
Huh. That thing in the sky.
You can get a better look from it. And you can actually see out onto the horizon from the balcony up there.
Oh, there is a balcony. Okay. Let me. There's like more illustrations up here too, so. Oh wow. More like bird. I think these are bird people.
See over there, like weird geometry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What
Oh yeah, there's that symbol again with the two, like pyramids or triangles. That kind of look like a... Well, that we thought looked like an hourglass, but... Oh, it's just amazing.
Yeah, he's like a racist black guy against like racist against black.
Johnny, what the fuck are you talking about? Tonal whiplash and be our chat as usual.
I'm just some dude that wandered in. I'm not the professor.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what... They said they were talking about the Boondocks, so I have watched that show too. I actually like it, but I don't know what prompted that conversation.
No, Agno was supposed to be exercising him.
And I've read him too, but
It's a really good show. It's been a while to watch it though.
It is very good. Like holy shit! Like the times that I've seen
It's
it, like,
very on the nose.
Over here, so you don't have to go all the way down. But it's just.
I think it's a little more than that even.
So much. It wasn't just a castle, it was like a giant wall.
Ooh.
Well,
I could see this thing up close.
Cool.
this is very liminal. It's like a deliberately
Denise, are you
constructed
okay?
skybox.
You've been cutting out.
Yeah, I always feel like that. It's been doing that for a while.
Parks at night are kind of like the... I don't do it anymore just because I don't live in an area that's safe enough, but way back, like, going to parks at night that were actually allowed you to explore them, that had, like, lights on and stuff,
It sounded good
was
to
really
me.
nice.
Yeah, I have a lot of occasional lag spikes, probably because my laptop. I use a geek laptop. It's not, it works, but it's not the best.
Yeah, laptops, to be our chat, depending on what map you're in, are gonna struggle quite a bit. Are we around the corner? Okay, that's that. So we need to go... There's another area over here, I think.
Yeah, Law already went down here.
Okay.
Yeah, down here is progress.
It's got elevators.
This reminds me of a hospital. Or like a waiting room.
Yeah, it does have a hospital vibe.
It's like an office kind of feel.
Oh yeah, true, an office too.
Just all Cyrillic.
A
Yeah, I
lot of
looked it
Cyrillic
up and
languages
it's
tend to have this
something
sensation.
about safety equipment designs or something like that.
Yeah,
What does it say?
it's just something like Anya technical safety equipment.
Technical safety measures or something like that.
Oh, you know what? This gives me when you go start organism, there is like an area like this that this reminds me of. I don't know if it's like in the beginning,
Yeah,
but
it reminded me of that one area.
either towards the end or in the beginning.
Give you like even like more like a familiarity with organism.
Oh yeah.
I think this is directly what it is. This is like the opening area. The first area.
Oh shit, that is cool.
Yeah.
But from a different perspective.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Oh. Oh wow, yeah. What?
Yeah, I
Hmm.
think this is what like what was in between.
That's crazy.
It's like a level
This
from
is what was
Evil
in
Within.
between. I think there's like there was like a hallway that was like this, that was like a thing that was like blocking in between. I think this is what that is.
Oh, I like this.
Closer to organism is it had this sort of a giant like wind silo thing like this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, it did.
The bottom looks like more coat hangers.
Yeah, those are the giant wind silo.
Oh yeah, and like
Yeah,
a
so
racks.
hence my previous theory is
That's
like
where waste was being
somewhat
destroyed
like
and burnt, I believe.
track going back to similar
Remember,
areas
I don't
that
think you
were
could ever
less
actually go
worked.
down in them. Like you could just stand in like this middle spot and you could hear wind blowing.
No, there was an area. It's you could drop down from them, and eventually led up to this platform with a desk, similar to this one right here.
Has a date on it.
And in front of it was like this no smoking sign, of course, next to
1985.
cans with burnt
Wow,
cigarette butts.
literally 1985.
So it's an office desk.
That's 1 year before I was born.
Would have fallen off the platforms into the smokestack area.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's Vinny's here.
Oh yeah, he is like a year older than me. Okay, so there's like a lot of branching paths here.
I found something pretty trippy around the corner here.
It is a prequel because
Look at all those books. Yeah.
This is like the library from Organism.
Yeah. With that little like middle area you could walk up to. Oh shit.
I do
This is
remember
really
that.
trippy.
Oh, now this is reminding me of like a psychology, like science lab. Oh, look at this.
What the heck?
Oh, brain scans too.
Yeah. It's like a microwave in here.
Oh god, if you get closer to this thing.
Okay, chat, I'm going in.
More intense.
I apologize if
microwave.
things get a little too. There's like
This is
a
what
weird
drugs
up
feels
here.
like.
This might feel weird when you go in.
Okay,
no,
yeah,
really.
it levels out a little bit when you get towards the
Fine
center,
until you
but
look at-
yeah.
As long as you look down, it's fine. But then you look up and everything gets weird.
Oh, it actually doesn't bother me, but you know that's just indicative of like VR experience, I guess.
Yeah, me neither. But like, that material has been like literally everywhere. Like that, like weird.
The static.
has been everywhere. So I
Yeah,
feel like
that's what surrounds everything.
that's like
I haven't felt like
a
this
power
since I
source
shoved
or
my
some
eye
sort of like
vision right into a microwave.
reactor energy of some kind.
Oh, is this a train? Let me see. Oh yeah, it's the front of a train. It looks like, or it's looking out somewhere. Yeah.
Sort of vehicle thing.
You heard me. Like her. Get over here. The funny milk room.
Funny milk.
So it's something, yeah, like keeping yourself clean or something like that. Personal
There's
hygiene.
this heavier plague doctor suit ready at all times.
Oh, look at this thing. Holy
No, I
shit.
love
Is that you?
Look at this Chad.
You know, I have this. I don't have a name for
Listen,
this,
Chip.
but this reminds me of a bunch of futurism from the early 19th or late 19th century.
Mm-hmm.
There's a similar thing going on with
Plague guy.
someone French, I forget, but he used to call it La Électrique, and it was a bunch of steampunk-esque stuff that mixed a bunch of medieval era stuff with Victorian steampunk material. It was really ancient, and it was his idea of what the future was going to be like, which involved like chemical artillery and electricity. It was a long time ago, so very antiquated.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something similar to this.
Is that the one where they thought that they could build a train to get into space? Where if they angled it just right, you'd leave the atmosphere on a train?
Kind of.
There was some
They
famous
emphasized more.
illustration of it.
Hmm.
They emphasized more on balloons, basically. Balloon airships.
That makes sense.
I
Static.
forgot his name, but he's been a major inspiration for art I want to make. And this is giving me much the same
Amazing
vibes.
sketches back then.
Oh, don't worry
Funny
about
milk.
that.
Oh, this
Don't
is.
worry
I
about
think
that,
that's
though.
where I was looking out. It looks like a train. Maybe.
Yeah, doesn't it remind you of something?
Perhaps.
Yeah, Odo. Odo the cloud. Odo the cum cloud.
Oh, John is up there.
Yep.
I should show you the picture of that Odo picture I took recently. Micro knows.
I want to see that photo.
Gonna ruin his picture. By floating up there.
I might want to join the Discord too. I don't know. I don't think I'm in it.
percentage is less.
I'd have to imagine.
It's broken by design. The Discord link. It's always expired.
Yeah, the Discord link is broken, but it lets you know that there is a server. So it's double advertising, strategic targeted advertising.
Hmm.
It's kind of trippy flying, but also.
They look like gurneys, but they're also made out of metal.
It's a little dark in here.
Yep, I'm back.
Don't worry, we got someone.
I can't remember exactly what direction it is. Is it, it's this way. Oh yeah, it's this way.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, quiet at the library.
I love the the music that's just playing in here. Oh, I didn't even notice up there too. The in both directions. Yeah, it's on top as well.
Oh yeah. I forgot I had to hold volume really low. I was like,
We
"You
were
need that
actually going the right
ambience?"
way.
Oh, okay. I think Clutchy's like outside.
There we go. I totally forgot it was this direction. Suits are cool. We have got more interesting like armor and hazardous material suits and stuff.
I wonder if they're like the purpose of them are meant to be like KGB like agents, considering it's just like meant to be like Soviet, somewhat.
Are they like harvesting moths?
Just not.
Kind of seems like it.
I don't know, honestly.
Moth wings.
That one kind of looks like a bird.
Maybe they anticipated like because it shows like the futuristic stuff, but there's giant insects. Maybe they anticipated like environment conditions that would cause insects to like be large or something.
Yeah, the text on top translates to special protection. So it's
Yeah.
like specialized equipment to protect against something.
Hmm.
I see.
Maybe like something nuclear or toxic happening in the future. Even like a meteor crashing that causes like certain environmental conditions that would require protection.
Ooh. This trees.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's the scorn room.
I don't know, just go back to the.
It might. Oh, look how detailed that is. It's like glass.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit.
It looks like roots, but it's like the shaders like layered glass, like a frozen root. Oh, everything's like kind of frozen in here.
It's that satisfying sound I was talking about of like turning a dial TV
Oh,
on and off.
yeah.
It's kind of happening right here.
I think it is automatic.
Yep,
by
the
the way, yeah.
brn, that like brn.
Oh, love that CRT filter.
Yeah, if you get really close.
Yeah, I'm just getting in.
Though I don't think that's accurate resolution for how big this TV is. Probably be able to
Yeah,
see like
it's
square.
probably not.
That's
No.
fine.
Oh, there's like a
Huge
giant.
TV, but we'll just write that off. We'll just.
I didn't see that giant sphere in there before.
Oh.
Oh, like fiberglass. Yeah, fiberglass is just the meat of the house. Yeah. Bunch of clocks, meters.
Oh yeah, that was like the other. Yeah. That veteran. Here's where there's like massive clocks were ticking down the farther you went in.
Oh, this looks like the end of Organism, in a way.
Go to the radiation room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and somewhat forced perspective.
Ooh.
It's like you will look at it this
Do
way.
a chess room here. This room feels like something you would see in Resident Evil, in one of the puzzle rooms, like 0 or 1. This music here is used in Organism when you get to the end area, like in the hospital ward. Oh, there's a small door here. Oh, this is similar. This is kind of similar to an area in Organism towards the end in the hospital ward, but this area is normally like dark, so.
Yeah.
Big concrete pillars. Like a forest. You know, more like a forest of just concrete like pillars. Meant to be trees, but this just now.
Chairs everywhere.
It's even pushing my theory even further that like things are just less warped areas of Organism.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, like, stuff on the wall. Nice, quote-unquote, hieroglyphs.
Yeah,
For lack of a
that's
better
what I was
word.
saying earlier. Yeah, that's just saying, like, at the very beginning, that, like, they just use random, like, objects as hieroglyphs, like train, clock, bird, electric post, heart.
The leaves? Leading somewhere?
This hallway is amazing.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I wish I could be out there with the trees. The big long stretch with all the fall colored trees.
Maybe you can.
These weird little offshoot rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Chair rooms.
I like that one chair room.
It says that texture again. Or shader.
Yeah, the static.
We got a chair on a chair on a chair. What does it say about society?
That we like to sit on each other. I don't know. We treat people like chairs, I guess. Are these intentional cracks in the floor? Or are they...
I don't think
Maybe
so, 'cause
not.
You can see straight through the map.
Yeah, Organism did have, like, a couple of things where, like, it was just, like, small little patches that just showed, like, actual windows and skybox.
Let me see something here. Yep, this is reminiscent of a room in Organism as well, with the desk.
I'm sorry, but you've been very good to me up to this point.
No, please, I need this life to gamble more of my money. Please. I have a wife and kids to neglect.
But would you wager your life over it?
Please.
Your Honor?
Boss. Your Honor, League of Legends.
Flipping down.
Death.
That was almost a strong bit.
You like that pain?
There's a book up there that says something about like Solaris. I don't know what that
Wow.
The moth likes the lamp.
Death moth.
There's gotta be at least like one moth growing VR chat.
Or not.
Oh, there's plenty. It is VR chat. Yeah.
You have no idea, Madge. I have seen things you people wouldn't believe.
I probably.
Oh, I love the sound of wind rustling leaves. It's a very relaxing sound to me. Oh, this looks like the noise machine in the other map. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more elaborate though.
It's the noise machine 2.0. The silence is
still.
Yeah, it's a funny little moth fellow looking through the static window right there. That's...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The moth again.
Sounds like a beating heart or something when you listen up close.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Bottom of the coolant tower over here.
Oh, there's a coat rack. But this one's white instead of black.
This is, yeah, this is the bottom of the coolant tower.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Is it actually white, or is it covered in like snow? Because this is it's got like a crusty texture on it. Is it actually just frozen?
Due to the lighting.
Looks like it's made of different material.
Hmm.
It's like gold leaf almost with the lighting.
Like saran wrap almost.
And then the very center of that is like the static shader again, like an eye.
And now we get to go.
Yeah, we actually get to go outside. There we go.
This is it's like Institute for the Scientific Study of Organisms or something like that.
Oh, organism.
Oh, okay.
A bit on the nose, yeah.
But I can't remember, the acronym is also another word in Russian. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I can't remember. It was like phonetically made sense.
And it's also what's notable here is the T word here. That says theoretical or theory. So the Scientific Institute of Organic Theory or
Cathedral.
Theoretical Organics.
Does it say
Theoretical
cathedral?
organics sounds like more correct based on that, but I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Some
so
languages prefer to put an adjective in front of the noun.
Also
Others
means
say noun
nobody.
of adjective.
So I don't know if it's just a coincidence or not. That the acronym for their institute is also the word for nobody. So it's like,
Well, nobody was there. It was
this
pretty
whole
empty.
place is
So
here, but nobody's here to do any of this. I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh, then
It's like a
Oh, then
pun
that would make
word.
sense. That would make sense because this would say the Scientific Institute of Theoretical Organics, which would mean that this is a theoretical organism, but there's nobody in there. It has nothing to do with organics, so there's literally nobody.
Huh.
And it's all in your head. It's all in the chapter.
Oh.
Well, that would make sense with all the
So this
brain
isn't-
the
so
brain
this
scans
was
that
on your
were
head,
in. Yeah.
So this
Yeah, that's
isn't
the thing.
this isn't a place that provides theories on theoretical organisms. It literally is a theoretical building.
Yeah,
Or
this
organism,
entire thing
yeah.
is made out of thoughts. Yeah, we're in someone's head. Remember what I said about the word chapter?
Mm-hmm.
Galava means either chapter or head. So we're literally entering a chapter or entering a head. And then we have a bunch of different thoughts of light bulbs, MRI scans and theoretical organisms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
that's
why
what
the
this is all about.
seasons appear to change.
Hey,
But
it
how
all
does
comes
someone
together.
tie into this?
Yeah.
So this
Well,
is.
anyway, thanks for coming to my English class.
Thank you.
Your essay will be 500 words. Do Times New Roman, 12-point font, MLA format citation. Well, and then I need it on my desk by this Friday.
Jeez.
But how does this tie into the Doom room, though? And the base?
I think the do room is just another idea that's in someone's head, basically. It's a bunch of ideas stitched together. Oh, very large bird.
Wait, if the date on those like Nutella, like those, what's it called? Calculators or whatever. We're up there in the TV studio with 1985 and Doom coming out this late. Are we going back in time?
It's a good
like,
bird.
it's still like when there is
We're looking at the camera, the light thing.
You think you hear Avril 14th from Aphex Twin? I'm not sure.
I don't hear that.
Who this guy is?
This is G-Man.
With the hat.
Funny son of man.
It's Mr. Top Hat. I'm thinking.
Henry Batista.
Yeah.
Henry Batista.
Exactly who I remember.
Oh yeah. You know, that reminds me.
This organism that just.
Yeah, because they have like evacuation posters everywhere, so it's like something
Or
probably
I imagine
didn't go right.
Yeah.
One thing I imagine is that this is the perspective of a patient undergoing a Soviet experimental trial. People don't have too much focus on Soviet-era pseudoscience, but it was a real thing. There's a
The
lot of it.
leaves are going up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they are,
Are they
yeah.
leaves or embers?
Leaves.
They're leaves.
They're all two shaped
No, they're
different ways.
leaves.
Yeah, so Doom releases later, but past the point where Doom releases, then we go here and then the leaves are falling off, as if, we're playing your feet reverse.
I wish this was an actual park in real life that I could visit. It has like the vibe of like the perfect
Computers
park
said
atmosphere to
1985, I
be.
think, and then one of
For
the
sure.
written analog
Yeah, the walk
calculators
from here
marked
all the way to the next area is one of the coolest walks like in the whole map.
Yeah,
Like just the amount of stuff in one walk is so beautiful, yeah.
Maybe I can do like a scenic thing here. Let me see. Oh,
Something
my
that's fun
camera's
to do
stuck
too
back.
when you're running is you can do the chase cam and then you move the camera behind you, so it's sort of like a drone following the group around.
Is it the look
Takes a
at
little bit
me
to set up.
thing, or I'm not sure to set that one up.
It's so when you go to anchor, there's default, local, and world. When you do local, it will follow you around, but it's disconnected from your hand.
Ah, okay. Maybe I could put
So
this
it's like
behind
you
me.
first go to anchor.
There we go.
Yeah, if you put on anchor and then walk forward a little bit, and then do local, and then it will stay frozen behind you like a third-person game.
Oh yeah, it is. Let me see if I can push it back a little bit more. There we go. And then angle it up.
Yeah, it's really
Okay.
good for big outdoor spaces.
There we go. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh yeah, it does look nice. And the ground's wet too, so it rains and leaves are falling.
I can't wait to see how I react to VR.
There is a
me,
little
it was like
offshoot
putting on
area
my-
over there, but I don't know if it's really worth going to. It's just some like weird little capsule dudes.
Well, for
Oh,
me,
yeah.
it was like putting on my glasses for the second time. If you know what that's like, anyways.
I don't.
for
I
me-
don't
Oh.
want my family to have purposes, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay.
For me, it was more like being able to lucid dream. Everything is very much not in a hyper-realistic detail, but you're moving,
Light in
right?
the sky to be
Everything's
directly
depth.
in between the arches and all the angular stuff.
So now everything's
This is like a desktop. Like this is great.
Oh yeah, this is amazing. It's so relaxing too,
camera tracking,
especially
yeah.
with the music and the sound of the leaves flying up.
I love the piano.
Yeah, you know, this would be good for like solo, like just one day, like you can just walk through here, like even just this area alone.
Yeah, both the maps
think
are
it's-
definitely worth going through solo. I'm sure it would give a different vibe.
You have to run through the entire map though to get here again.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hi, Shy Guy. How you
Isn't there,
doing?
like codes you can get back to.
And then, yeah, just if you put it like above. Yeah.
More bags.
Certain
and
angle, yeah, it
leaves.
actually looks like it's. Yeah.
This pit is like a bit sickly.
Sort of like it's like.
It's like more of the earth over there.
No, that's directly referencing the big sphere at the end of organism, like the chunk of it split out.
Oh, okay. So everything's either like an organism reference or something that I'm not knowledgeable in. I understand that much.
Yeah, like juxtaposed to like the actual sphere being up there, glowing in the sky, with that right there. Big birds.
Oh wow.
This is just reminding me of
like-
just the ending of Storm. At this point.
Yes.
Oh yeah, if you looked out the window in. Oh yeah, if you looked out the window in the earlier area, you could have seen a pigeon with a top hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, I love this.
That is the best.
These pigeons don't look so.
Little puddles too, where the light like reflects the light on top.
Yeah.
Weirdly square from where I look at it.
It's like made of marble.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
See that?
Whoa, the house
See the light? Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's like a hologram.
Oh, it's transparent now.
Yeah, well, it didn't look like it before. It looked like an actual house.
Yeah, it's like it's disappearing as we get closer.
It does some weird stuff as we get closer. I don't know if it's intentional.
Big hole.
I'm going home.
More bears. Welcome home.
Except there's a big hole. Yeah, not going home just yet.
Yeah, that's like dipping past.
Welp.
Oh well, people are just jumping in.
And before you get closer to the house.
Oh god. Yeah, there's a weird like.
Yeah, and now it's almost completely gone.
Maybe there's some secret here. Maybe not, but
No, I don't think so.
No.
They had a car
that
crash.
would be cool.
Yeah,
car
You
wreck.
see over there, this
Wow.
is why we're. This is probably
And
why
there's
we're.
a hat
That's
right next to the
explaining
car
why
crash.
Warren's, like why he's in a coma.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is cool to emulate the oncoming traffic. Like
That's
it
how
turns
the guy
shutter
died.
speed down.
Yeah.
That's how the guy died.
Yeah, see? There's
Or ended up in the
Yeah.
chair crash.
Shit.
Yeah, but why is the chair?
That's how the.
Well,
There's a lot of different
probably
debris
had it on
spread
top
around.
of the car, and when it crashed, it fell off. You know?
imagine getting impaled by a chair, like, you know, that you'd see in a
At the
house.
same time, the car looks like it's been here for ages.
Oh, that is. Oh, I've seen too many accidents of stuff like that happening.
Well, I guess we gotta go in the hall.
I guess if we
Whenever I
missed
drive the
anything,
highway
I guess we
and
can't
I'm
really
behind
go
a
back. I
truck
imagine.
that's carrying something, I always make sure.
Oh boy. I
Oh
feel
wow.
like
Chapter 5.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
the final world in cards right now.
Oh, the
I gotta
cloud. Yeah, we all
Oh,
died.
the sky.
Oh my god.
Now.
Yeah, be careful. Don't look behind you if you don't like blinding lights.
Oh, ow, yeah. I love going blind. What are you talking about?
This is like never-ending story vibes with like the nothing just like consuming everything except for like the palace, like fragments of the palace that's left, and everything else is just gone.
Clouds
the
and the
television
water
studio.
move is kind of trippy, and it's also performance tanking.
Yeah, I apologize on stream that if if you look at the clouds, if you look straight at the clouds, it starts to take performance, but so I will keep my eyes down for that.
Imagine like, and the bit rate must not be very happy right now on the stream.
I don't know.
And I found a weird effect when you
Is it bright enough for you guys?
pillars of salt.
Oh my
pillars
goodness,
of salt.
Jesus.
Pillars of salt. Pillars of salt.
Lick it.
Okay, here.
Is it snow, salt, or ice? Can't tell.
All the above.
This is supposed to be the winter zone.
Oof, that glare. The glare is very bright.
Oh, this is the machine. This is that machine. It just frozen over when we saw in the other place.
Yeah.
This is the machine we saw earlier.
There's the
It's
paper.
just
The door works.
There's several of them. We're looking at.
Oh.
Oh, it's this area.
And now it leads here.
Oh,
So look at
Oh, the man. Yep.
Oh.
The man in the hat.
We saw this earlier.
Him.
I wonder if someone was up there right now, if they would be able to see this.
Entire visor in front of them.
Showing different areas of the map. It's some from Organism too,
No, if you
as well.
look at the right, because if you peek a right over that static side over there, you can see the hieroglyphs you were in earlier. So it's that same part of it.
It would not be worth
But
staying that
somehow
long
they
just
got
for a
him to
bit,
show
though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless you have someone pull you out from the other side, but otherwise.
That's only one way to go.
Yeah.
Big ass 2001 music going on.
Oh, this looks more like organism now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like being. Oh shit! I turned back. There's more bright lights if you turn back, so don't.
I want to see something.
This kind of reminds me of the start of when we go to the organism map. You know how all the buildings?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind
Yeah,
of like
the
that.
big apartments.
I think we're at.
But it's like it's before it was distorted.
So there is a scripted thing that happens straight in front of us at the end that's really cool.
Okay, let's see if I can get.
And then that map is locked coincidentally.
Yeah, we can't access the ending of chapter 2 until we enter this code.
Yeah.
So if you watch,
Yeah, let me
it's
switch
local.
this.
So if you saw it already,
There we go. To be continued. Oh, wow.
Oh, there goes Madge. Yeah.
Did Madge fall off?
Of course.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he just fell off. Plus
He's
L
trying to lay
plus
on
ratio.
the big old shoe and fell off.
you guys
Yeah,
should
don't worry, I
take
got
pictures
that.
of the
Back to the
code.
big shoe.
So when you revisit here, you can just teleport around anywhere you want.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
379.
So I guess that's your answer to if you want to check a place again.
Hold on.
Big shoe.
Let me take a screenshot of that just so I have that.
Clown shoe.
Yeah, my camera's
Oh, you like to take a
misbehaving.
screenshot of it?
Hold on.
Okay, got it.
There we go.
Alright.
Okay.
When you're ready, we'll go in the
Beer
queue
chat
together.
save points. Yeah, I will be always ready for whatever. It's Mr. Moreau that makes these maps, so I will always anticipate whatever he puts together next, because these are just the most phenomenal maps that I've experienced in VR chat. So
This is really cool, and I
Mhm.
finally
this
got to
creator-
experience it actually in VR. You know.
All in all, this
Yeah,
was
it's
a very
good first
fascinating.
way to see it.
I'm glad
Oh,
you
no,
convinced
this
me
is
to
Um,
do this, Phoenix.
The creator has
certainly
like
a-
an ArtStation account, and you can see all of their other work that they
I got
do.
my quest for a couple
And I have no affiliation with him, but he has a Patreon. And apparently, it has like concept art behind all of his worlds that you can see on the Patreon and all kinds of stuff too. So it's like there's a lot more to than just the world he has here. He does a lot of other art that looks like this too.
nice.
So it's cool checking out his stuff.
Would be nice to check out. Yeah.
You know, I've been in an area of similar liminal experience here. I was stopped by Hong Kong. It was very late in the morning, like 3 a.m. or something. We were going to travel somewhere else across Asia, and it was very late at night. You could see all the apartments and hotels real dark, and it gives me. I actually stepped outside in the very cool breeze and saw all these empty concrete structures. It was such a weird, smooth, soothing, but also kind of eerie feel.
Yeah.
And this is reminding me about that. It's very nice.
Oh, cool.
Just have that like that melancholy, like peaceful vibe to it. That kind of like.
It kind of reminds me of that one photo of the liminal space of all the buildings inside the
Apartment buildings.
area.
Let's see if I can
Yeah.
carefully.
Like it looks like there's natural hard ceiling on top.
Oh, there we go. Oh, it ends with the shoes. Oh, I see.
Right back to the beginning.
Where the shoes are. Yay! Oh, I enjoyed that so much. Holy shit.
Epilogue 2
That was
organism.
good.
It was so
Oh.
good. Yeah, that was
Check out the drip. The drip shoes right here.
Yeah, that
Amazing.
works.
All right, guys. Thank you, chat, for tuning in for this journey. It was amazing. To explore this map. Anything that not Dr. Moreau. Why do I keep wanting to call him Dr. Moreau? Mr. Moreau or Morrow?
Dr. Bro.
Something like that. Yeah.
Dr.
Is it?
Bruh.
But yeah, always
right
amazing maps and nice to go through with people, and also nice to go through them by yourself as well. Like if you've been through there once with people, it's it would be a great thing to like go through by yourself, because I'm pretty sure it'll give like a different vibe exploring it by yourself as well. So and thank you guys for joining as well. This is amazing. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, this was fun.
No problem.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
had
I
fun.
got on board on this.
Thanks for guiding
Always an
also,
entertaining time.
Mono. Thanks for helping the guide and guide us
Yeah, thank you,
as
Mono.
well.
Yeah, thanks for showing us
Thank you,
around.
Mono.
Jackal,
Yeah.
Mono, thank you very much for giving us. Thank you very much for letting us experience the average day in the life of a Vladivostok resident after not paying his bills.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much.
Aw.